This is a video that made its rounds about 10 months ago. A friend of mine said that I should do a video on it about how to avoid dog attacks and sort of what to do in this situation. So let's watch. This is a attack, kind of a half-assed attack by this dog on a jogger. So the lady and the dog are right here. Here comes the jogger. I'm gonna play this video for you now. So he's running, dog starts to react, and the dog right there, in a minute, it's gonna come out. So it's gonna come out of its, looks like it has a muzzle on, and it might have a gentle leader on and a collar. It's hard to see exactly, but I think it does have a muzzle on. Dog gets out of the collar, of whatever's on it, okay? That's the first thing. By the way, there are dogs like this all over right now. All over San Diego County, all over the town that you're living in. Most of them aren't aggressive to people. Most of them, these reactive dogs, are aggressive to dogs, however. So how to keep your dog not getting, I see dogs come out of collars all the time. They learn how to do it. And then the people bring their dog here and the dog, I'm walking it and the dog goes blink and backs out, comes right out of its collar because it learns how to come out of its collar. Okay? It's a learned behavior. They back up, they move their head a certain way, and they pop that collar right off. This dog knew how to get out of this too. So he comes out of his collar, his whatever it is. So martingale collars are good for that stuff. Okay, they have the slip piece and they get a little tighter. Those are hard to get out of. Gentle leaders, I've talked to you about gentle leaders that are also connected to the collar are very hard to get out of as well. And by the way, you have to have a collar on your dog to ever break up a dog fight. You have to. It's so hard to break up a dog fight without a collar on the dog. What are you grabbing, right? And then if it's a dog fight, two dogs fighting, and you grab the dog, it doesn't have a collar, so you end up grabbing its skin. Guess what that feels like to the dog? You're probably your dog. It feels like the other dog's biting them. Whereas a collar grab, dogs are less react to go, no, don't grab my collar. But if you're grabbing their skin, they might turn around and bite you. You have to have a collar in a dog. So this dog gets out of everything, whatever it's in. It's hard to see. Runs at the jogger. Here it is. And lunge. And lunge. And lunge. And lunge. Keeps lunging, right? At the guy. She tries to get involved. And she does have a muzzle. You can actually see it right there. This is only like the second time I've seen this. She falls. Lunge. Gets his arm a little bit. So, without that collar, this lady has nothing. She can't do anything. This guy can't do anything. This guy actually dealt with it. He does one thing wrong, he does a lot right. He realizes the dog's going for his arms. So he's basically moving his arms. He's not trying to like grab the dog. Okay, some people would go try to grab the dog. Well, the dog's going for your arms. So he's kind of deflecting, and this dog is only going for his arms for some reason. So that's why this guy didn't get hurt that bad. But the dog's going at him pretty good. But what do you think he should have done at this point? What is this thing right here? That's a fence. This guy looks pretty athletic. And if you watch the video, watch what he does. So she kind of has the dog at this point. You can see from this, she's kind of got him. And then the dog gets loose. It gets loose. Little nips. They're talking or something. And then the guy jumps the fence. Look how easy that guy jumped that fence. The time to jump that fence was right about when the lady had him. So the lady had the dog for about 5 seconds. That's the time. It's tough to jump a fence right here because you're afraid that dog is going to get your leg as you jump the fence, right? But then when she's got him, that would have been a great time to jump that fence. No, not everyone can jump that fence, although with your adrenaline going, a lot of people could. So he jumps the fence and he sits up there. Now he's safe. But if you fall that way off the fence, now you're on the ground. That's bad. So you got to be careful. But if you think you can jump that fence, jump a fence, jump a fence. Okay? All right. So she's trying to get the dog. Now, the interesting thing too is when this first came out, I looked at the comments. She still doesn't have the dog. He doesn't have a collar. There's nothing to grab. He's cruising around. There's nothing to grab. You have to have a collar. Oh, look, I never even watched this far. He like goes after another guy. Now, okay. this lady got a lot of hate in the comments on whatever social media site I looked at this months ago. And it was totally unwarranted, to be honest. I mean, did she do everything perfect? No, of course not. But here's the thing. If you get a purebred dog and you post about, I don't even know, haters are gonna come after you. You're told to rescue a dog. So maybe she rescued this dog. Maybe it was damaged, right? You're told to rescue a damaged dog. Maybe she did that, right? Because society's telling her to. So she gets that dog. Her dog turns out to be aggressive. Well, train your aggressive dog, lady. Where is she going to go to train her aggressive dog? She's told to use treats and just use nice, super nice methods. You know how many trainers there are that can fix that out there? Maybe one in every large city. Maybe one in every large city. That's it. There's not that many trainers that can do a lot about that. They're hard to find and they're expensive. Okay? There's maybe me and like maybe one other in San Diego. And 6th largest city in the country. Maybe 2 in this city. So she was told to rescue the dog, and she was told to only, he's still good. I almost went with that dude. Kind of did. All right, that's the end of the video. She was told to rescue the dog, only use nice methods, and this is how her dog is at this point because treats don't fix this, okay? Now, what if she says, I want to rehome this dog? You know how many dogs are out there that normal dogs, non-aggressive dogs that are looking for homes? Where's this guy going? Okay, now maybe she says, put the dog down. Well, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but you can't tell anybody you're doing it because society said, no, you can't. You got to get the dog trained. You got to give the dog away. Well, I told you the problem with training. There's very few trainers who can deal with this. And I told you the problem with rehoming the dog or finding a home for that dog. So she got a lot of hate, was undeserving. How you get out of that situation, if you're the lady, call her, gentle leaders help. If you're the guy, he actually did really well, and jumping the fence, okay, in that situation. I'll do another video with other things like this, but that's it.